Hey everybody, this is Dive Girl Dab, and it's humid here in Oregon right now. The glasses are all fogging up. Hold on. Wow, it's like 56 degrees, but really humid. So for the folks that are interested in my two Japanese maples, I'm going to show you the smaller one here in the backyard. And it looks a little bit like a brush pile right now, but there's a pretty tree in the middle of this. And it's more than 25 years old because it was here when I moved in 25 years ago. And I've been pruning it, but sadly I've had to cut a lot of the growth off of this side because the walkway's right here. And my ultimate plan for this area would be to have my walkway over here and my fig tree there, which I have started. So I'd really like this to go away and find a new home. So this summer I'm going to allow this side to grow out unencumbered because it's been trimmed so much that I think a new buyer is going to want that balance. So I'm going to allow it to move in that direction. And one of the best ways I found to take care of myself as a Lyme disease patient is to find a pair of these guys, electric clippers, and they count how many times I've been used. So this is showing 6, 7, 8, 9, and it does a big slice, and then it's also a small slice. It's a great little device, and if you put it in your Amazon cart, you might end up with a coupon like I did for like 40% off. Now I got the version that has the 10-foot pole that goes on this, so I can prune at a distance. And but I'll tell you what, if you're disabled and you like to garden, the sooner you buy these for yourself, the better. They're very heavy, so there's a big, strong motor in here, and it'll cut, stuff 1.5 inches, no problem. You can also get a power pack that goes on your belt, and so you just have the cable coming to the tool, and you're not moving the battery. But yeah, electric clippers. These are really great little devices. So right now I'm going to go through and I have not pruned these yet for this season. You can see some of last year's pruning, and now we've got growth coming out in directions that I didn't used to want, but now we want this to get as full and robust as possible. And so these lateral branches like this will get a little bit more definition. And so I think what I'm going to do is I like to sit on a bucket and start at the bottom and work up, and I like to work from the middle of the tree out because it gives me a better balance for the tree overall. I had some old limbs here that I decided to recycle, and they were all around it, but I think they were making it look cluttered, and so I took them out. The reason I put those out there is because I wanted to let them mulch and to get them in contact with the ground and all the enzymes and break them down and to form them into soil. This is a great idea. These are cherry and plum and apple limbs from my garden from like 8 years ago, and I thought I might use them on a project, and then they got too old in the rain, and so I gave them back. And now they're just about ready to convert into soil. But some people can't see past that, so I moved them out of the way, and we'll make soil later. And this little tree, I'm 6 feet tall, so if I stand next to it, it would be a good friend that's like a 5-foot friend, easy, right? So yeah, she's about 5 foot, but she's tall because my arms are 6 feet across, and I can't reach across this. There's more past my arms here. So I think she's about 8 feet wide or better. And if we look at the trunk, you can see my hand is about 4 inches wide. So that's easily 6, 7 inches. A nice trunk that comes up. She's strong. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pruning. I'm sitting on my bucket here. And I'm going to start pruning up. And then I'm going to see what looks like I want to hold on to overhead here. Okay, so now I started to work my way in, and honestly, sometimes the best way is to come in and look at things and decide no, I don't want that there. And these spring little bits, you can just snap them off. You don't really need a pruner for them. Now these bigger ones like this, you can go and trace them back and then snap off those guys, right? And so to get some of this under bits out, then you go and you kind of trace back where you want that to go away and snap it off. And then my other trick is like take one of these long bits and then just cut it right here, and then you'll have a short bit for that season. All right, as you can hear, the rain is falling, and I'm calling it quits for the day. But let's go see what I did. It's really humid today, so I'm going to make this kind of quick, and it's raining. So I want you to look at her. Now, she's been limited by this walkway, so I haven't let her like fill into this side if she wants to, but right now I'm not pruning anything on this walkway. Now, my long-term goal is to move this walkway over when I get her out, but I've had to cut some of that off in order to be able to get wheelbarrows and things through here. But it'll come back. Okay, so now look at this top lane. It's really complex. It's got a lot of little moving bits here and a lot of intrigue. Lots to see with moss and crossing branches. Imagine a light coming up through this at nighttime. That would be gorgeous. So I have pruned this a little bit. It's probably not kind of a final pruning, but it's, you know, the thing about these starts right now in this time of year. Let's see if I find one. Okay, so when you want to prune these little ones, you can just snap them off. See, they just snap off really easy. And so, okay, I don't want that there. I don't want that going there. Okay, let's only have one, right? And so that's what I do is I'm like, okay, this is split into multiples. Let's just do one. And so I've got a lot of branches on this side that are kind of long and cascading out. That look really good over a pond. And you can see all underneath now. Some good little mossy bits there. And, I mean, this is a really pretty little tree. You can see she gets nice, long fronds. In fact, this is when I prune, is I'll hold up a branch like this, and then I'll go and just pinch off little bits of it, and then see how it lays into the next layer, and move it around. But you can see how intricate all of this is in the middle here. So I'm glad John was going to wait and have a peek at this, because I don't think it showed so well in my first video, but now you can see that, man, it's just a really unique core to this little tree here. And then it just kind of bolts outward. So I'm going to let it go that way towards the walkway this year to help balance it, because somebody's going to move it out this October. I'm being positive because I'm wanting it to move, because it's time for these things to happen. Yeah, but it's really a pretty little maple tree. You can see underneath here all of that detail. I mean, she's just really pretty. I think this one's easily 8 feet across. And, yeah, I mean, you can make them into whatever you want at the end of the day. See, there's a lot of, maybe this is a little bit too thick in here. I'll just trim out some of that. And see, this spring growth like that, you can just snap it off. It's really easy to go in and prune it. And of course the maples are kind of that way anyway. Yeah, I like the moss personally, because I think a little bit of moss helps to keep them cooler on the hot days and moisture. So yeah, this is the smaller of the two. They're both at least 25 years old, because I've been here that long and I've been pruning them and taking care of them that long. I don't know when they were planted. The house was built in 1964, so they could be close to 60 years old. Okay, so this is what she looks like. I mean, it's it has just as much character as the one out front. It's just a miniature version of it. And it's not less than by any stretch. This is a very interesting little tree. All right, well, hopefully this will help people to see what is available. I have not pruned the big girl out front yet, and I'll probably do an addition with that soon. So there you guys go. This is the latest. It's late April, like the 27th, 28th, and we have a little bit of rain and showers and that kind of stuff, but you can see this little tree. She's beautiful, a lot of color, a lot of shapes and movements, see, like all through there. Look at that. That's very intricate. It's awesome, right? You put a light underneath here at night that shines up, and that would be gorgeous in anybody's yard. So, okay, guys. I'm Deb Elder. Like, leave me a bid, and probably like by September I'll choose a buyer based on how much you're offering. Okay, beautiful little Japanese maples. I just think they're really pretty. All right, she'll get bushy a little more through the summer, but right now I did a little bit of a trim to lighten up some of her undercarriage, and I think she looks absolutely great. All right, so this is a little one. Make me an offer, people. We do probably, this one could probably be moved by a homeowner because it's small enough. But otherwise a professional probably should move it because of its age. It's more than 3 years old by far. So anyhow, we'll work on that. I'll get some quotes and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for looking, you guys. I'm Dive Girl Deb. Give me a holler if you're interested in Japanese maples, because there's only 2 of them, and once they're gone, they're gone.